Welcome back, soccer fans, to Game 3 on Day 2 of the 2018 Under 18 Atlantic Showcase. We have a match coming up now between Team Nova Scotia, going to be in the white jerseys, against Team Newfoundland Labrador in the maroon jerseys. Both these teams yesterday were victorious in their first games, and this should be a very, very well played match. I was looking forward to this one when I saw the schedule coming out. Looking forward to this one very much so. My name is Ian Chater, along with Colleen McConnell and Daryl Redmond. We're gonna, on a camera, we're gonna bring you this action, this webcast, brought to you by Bellaline TV1. Good afternoon, Colleen.
Good afternoon, Ian.
We've had a couple of good matches already on the boys' side. Now no, one was a girls' game, one was a boys' game. My apologies. We got two Newfoundland Labrador games back to back. First one being girls, next one being boys, both against Nova Scotia.
That's right. And so the Newfoundland and Labrador girls, you just saw two of the team co-captains, our two senior players here, Kristen Jenkins and Kate Hickey, come out to take the toss. We'll see now in just a moment which team is going to, which side will be on, and which team will go first.
I didn't see who got first ball versus who picked what side of the field. Oh, it looks like Nova Scotia is going to be defending the right-hand side of your screen as they come down to the field with their white jerseys on. And then we got Newfoundland Labrador going to defend the left-hand side of your screen, and they're in their maroon jerseys. So Nova Scotia looks to have the first ball.
Ashley Stringer will be starting in net for Newfoundland and Labrador today. And
and I think that is Devin Bode from yesterday. I'm pretty sure.
Nova Scotia's only got one goalie listed on the.
No, they got a couple. They got Caitlin Strickland's there. Caitlin Strickland's further down, just down as GK.
Okay, sorry, right.
But but I don't know. I think that's.
But she is out on the field right now.
Yep. Game's underway. These games are being brought to you. Are being played at King George V Park in St. John's, Newfoundland. Like I said, the sun has been out all day. Temperature's probably, 8 degrees, but it feels a little cooler than that because the wind is pretty high. Again, 2 days in a row. Well, many more days in a row, but for this tournament. Regan Cricker tries to get that ball down into the Nova Scotia end of the field. Here's Regan again. Here's Keely Cox, number 2. Here's Keely. Nice give and go. Advantage. Here's Kate Hickey, number 9, down the right side. Alex Murphy, number 10. Tries to get that ball over, but that goes out of bounds for a goal kick. Coaching staff for Nova Scotia. We got Kate McDonald and Ashley Donald. The coach staff for Newfoundland Labrador, Scott Edwards and Todd Taylor. Pushing up there was Sarah Woodford for Newfoundland Labrador. Both teams now trying to feel each other out here, try to make something happen. Bethany Hines puts the ball down on the left side. Down for Sarah Lewis. Sarah Lewis' shot was blocked. Corner kick for Newfoundland Labrador down the far left corner.
And Sarah Lewis, of course, punching a lot of yards yesterday for Newfoundland and Labrador, doing a lot of running and passing that ball around.
Kristen Jenkins coming in from the for the corner. Ball's crossed.
And Lewis tries to hit it in, but it's up high and over the net. So Ian, this of course is the Atlantic Showcase. It's a scouting tournament for a number of these players.
Yep.
We've got scouts here, 12 scouts from 9 different organizations, and more watching online, watching the live stream.
Yep.
On the Newfoundland and Labrador side, Kristen Jenkins, so number 17, and Kate Hickey, number 9, both have already committed to play for Memorial University next year, so we'll be seeing them in the Seahawks lineup come September.
Nice. We got a corner kick here. Lewis gets it across. Has another corner. Went off the head of the Nova Scotia player. Sarah Lewis will do the honors again. She has that left foot. She wants to curve the ball in. Here's the cross.
And I think that was Bethany Hines.
No, that was Murphy. Yeah, that was Murphy, Colleen.
Which one? Alex?
Alex. Yeah.
Okay, she's usually up higher than that.
Yeah. Nice start off the into 4-minute mark for that goal.
You know, worth noting that yesterday's first goal came at the 4-minute mark in the other game we had against New Brunswick.
Oh, look at you. That's why we got you on color.
In that case, it was Kate Hickey, but Alex Murphy then came and scored 2 more.
2 more. That a girl. That's why we pay the big bucks. All right, let's see what Nova Scotia can do now and just see if they can get back this equalizer. See what being down a goal early in the game does to their confidence and their strategy.
Now there goes Alex Murphy.
Yep.
And she's a terrific young athlete.
Coming all the way back was Lewis. Woodford puts that off. Nova Scotia throw in. Oh, off the, okay. Burrell with the ball.
Newfoundland showing some good intensity starting out this game.
Action being over there. Woodworth goes off her foot. Edwards with the throw in. Here's Hines. Keenest gets it up over half. Foley outside to Cox. Hines battling it there with number 5, Baker. I'm still hoping now that's Devin Boyd in the net. I think Devin Boyd.
Caitlin Strickland is on the field for Nova Scotia.
Oh, okay. All right. Number 48? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that narrows it down, doesn't it?
That's it.
Nice ball in the middle of the field to number 55. Hannah Lewis. Ball's gone out to the outside. Get used to their numbers now and their faces. Get the flow going here. That goes for a corner. Number 43. Caitlin Woodworth. Looks like she's going to take the corner as well. There's the cross. Jenkins clears it out. No. Still on top of the 18. Here's Keenest. Sophia Keenest. Foul against Newfoundland Labrador. Keenest will take this. Makes it a quick one. Back to Keenest. Here's Hines. Going to try to set
Off to Murphy
set
again.
Murphy free. It's Cosgrove puts it out to the side, looking for her teammate number 19, McIntosh. Baker. And it's a throw in for Nova Scotia. Leah Adams back over to Cosgrove. Into the Baker. Baker puts that off. Throw in for Newfoundland Labrador. Hannah Lewis, number 55, putting that ball through. But Woodford puts that back into the Nova Scotia end of the field, but it goes out of bounds for a throw-in. Burrell will do the throw-in. Carly Burrell. Murphy comes hard at that ball there. Keenest gets it out of harm's way. Nova Scotia trying to muster up a bit of an attack here now, but the defense for Newfoundland Labrador standing strong. Here's Stringer, keeper for Newfoundland Labrador. Hines up to Hickey.
Jenkins.
Hickey flicks it on. Here's Keenest. Takes it to the outside.
Alex Murphy making another run again.
That's going to go off for a corner.
And in correction to what I said earlier, 48 is not there. It's actually 43 that I had read as 48. So that could very well be Caitlin Woodworth.
I'm just trying to remember
Caitlin Strickland.
faces from yesterday too. We don't get the game sheets, by the way, everyone. We're just going on the actual team information sheets that were sent in by every team for who is actually participating in the tournament. Here's Cosgrove taking chafes against Murphy.
Murphy comes up with it, puts it through.
Flicked on. Hines got her head on it. No trouble there for the keeper. Here's Keenest. Still giving her lots of space. As Hannah Lewis puts the ball outside to Woodworth. Woodworth got the cross that goes straight through the box.
And we were talking earlier about the makeup of some of the teams. So the Newfoundland and Labrador girls, combination of players that are born in 2000, 2001, 2002 in some cases. Nova Scotia going with a slightly younger group
Yep.
because in Nova Scotia they don't actually play up to under 18 anymore. They
Okay.
play to under 17. So these are all players on the Nova Scotia side who will be eligible for university college recruitment starting in 2019,
Okay.
2020.
Here's Adams. Adams gets it back. Looking down the left side. Looking for Lewis, but went out of bounds. Ball's back in play. Here's Murphy trying to turn, being watched there by Adams. Here's Hines
Bethany Hines.
down the right side for Hickey. Nice ball. Hickey being chased by Keenest. And that's a throw-in? Throw-in as opposed to a corner. Another throw-in now for Newfoundland and Labrador. Here's Cosgrove. Looking for Lewis. Lewis gets it back though. Still with it. Pushes it up the field, up to Woodworth. Nice ball up there. Back to the keeper. Stringer. Woodford outside. That was to Edwards. Hines gets the turn. Looking downfield. Burrell intercepts. We have a substitution.
Alex Murphy coming out of the game. And we'll wait to see who's coming in.
That's now young number 6.
Regan Mahoney.
Yep. Jenkins was looking for Hickory, intercepted by Cosgrove.
And of course, Ian, once this tournament is over, as you say, nice way to cap off winter training.
Yes.
Have a little showcase for future varsity prospects. Most of these players will return to their either their senior ladies teams or to their under 17 club teams.
Exactly.
So when you look at the mix of people that we've got on the field, and I think a Team Newfoundland and Labrador in particular, you know, there's a number of players from your home club that'll go back to play for CBS Kirby United. A number of players from St. John's and the Fieldians Athletic Association. So my former group that I used to represent on the NLSA board. Certainly a lot of talented young players out here on the field.
Oh, no doubt about it.
And even some of these Nova Scotia players I would have watched last year up at the under 15 championships because
Yep.
they've got a number of under 16s here too. So
Correct.
So some of the names are familiar for a reason for me. I've been looking back through the list there and remembering the ones to watch.
Burrell throws it in. Here's Lewis on Newfoundland's team, number 11. There's a Lewis on the Nova Scotia team as well, number 55. Here's Burrell back battling for the ball. Still has it on her foot. Looking across field to Woodworth. Nice move there by Woodworth. Gets a little bit of a break. She's ran down though by Cox. Here's Jenkins. Down the field. That's going to roll right into the keeper's hands. No sweat. Here's Adams. She was looking for Baker, but went by her. Keenest. Here's Crow. She had a strong game yesterday. Haven't heard much about her yet today. She's coming back to field looking for that ball. Woodworth. And that's too far ahead for Lewis. That goes out of bounds for a throw-in for Newfoundland Labrador. Wilton got the ball outside. Wilton gets it back on her foot. Nice pass into Burrell. Burrell got the cross, but that goes behind the net for a goal kick for Newfoundland Labrador. Newfoundland up 1-0 after a 4-minute goal by Alex Murphy on a corner kick. Hines looking for Lewis. Lewis does have it. That's intercepted by Baker. Baker puts the ball right back in. And that was corralled by Woodford. Here's Baker. Looking through the middle of the field. She heads Woodworth. Woodworth and Cox going to battle it out. Nice move. Good defensive play. Here's Wilton. Into Crow. Out to Burrell. Back into Lewis. Lewis.
So having come out super strong, the focus seems to have shifted in the last little while there,
Yeah.
and Nova Scotia putting on a bit more pressure.
Most definitely.
Newfoundland and Labrador doing a good job defending, but spending most of the time in their own half of the field right now.
McIntosh, foul on the play. Looks like it might have been a handball. Wilton's gonna take the free kick. Ball's in the box. Woodworth couldn't get her foot on it. Still has control though. Back out to Adams. Adams trying to get the ball into the box. Looking for Crow. Here's Wilton. Puts the fake on. And that just goes harmlessly into the hands of Stringer. Drop kick to center. Lewis for Newfoundland. Taking it down the left side. Coming up to support her is Foley. No, not Foley, number 16. My apologies.
And Edwards.
Yep. She coming up from the back line. Another throw in for Newfoundland Labrador. "23 minutes gone in the first half. Still 1-0 Newfoundland Labrador. Got a quick goal in the 4th minute. Keenest gets it out. Woodford steps up. Here's Crow. Here's Jenkins. Jenkins tries to get outside to Hickey. That's intercepted by Cosgrove. Hines battling Cosgrove. Good tough play there by both sides. Nova Scotia comes up with it though. Too far from McIntosh. Edwards puts it outside to Lewis, but that rolls off for a throw-in. Baker. Burrell has it. Adams steps up. Goes past Woodworth. Lots of time here now for Hickey. Looking down the line. That goes out. Throw in for Nova Scotia.
A few of the members of the boys team are here early to cheer on the girls.
I'm surprised. Not the boy-girl thing. No, support's good. Weather's good. That was Crow. Put it into Woodworth.
It's always one of the most fun parts of tournaments, you know, when you get to through her hands.
Right through the hands. Number 22, Wilton, took the shot from around 10, 15 yards outside the 18. It kind of handcuffed Stringer. I don't think she was expecting it. She was off the line a bit. We got ourselves a tie game.
And that's at about 25 minutes in.
Yeah, you're looking at 25.
So Newfoundland and Labrador is going to want to try and pick up the pace here now. They've been hemmed in for the last little while and just got caught out on that unfortunate.
Yeah, they haven't done very much since they got that goal, in a lot of respects.
No,
They kind of sat back and tried to play a little bit defensive. Didn't keep sorry to be using cliches, but keep the pedal to the floor and keep applying pressure to the defense of the Nova Scotia team and create opportunities. They haven't really had many or nothing really since that 4-minute goal. Looks like we got a substitution now for Newfoundland and Labrador. Coming out is Crickard. And coming in is, was I right to say Crickard, number 7?
You are?
Yep. And coming
Mallory Martin.
Yep. Coming in is number 8.
And Mallory is originally from Wabush in Labrador.
Another throw in for Newfoundland and Labrador. Edwards with another throw in the Martin. Martin trying to corral it. Hines comes back, playing well defensively. Back to Woodford. Woodford over to Foley. Foley Dribbles up the field. Outside to Cox. Foley into Jenkins. Hines looks for it, opens up. Looks down the field, finds Lewis.
Got a flag on that play. Offside.
Offside. Keane will still take the free kick.
So if you're just joining us, you're watching Bell Alliant TV1's coverage of the 2018 Under-18 Atlantic Showcase. Our games are coming to you live from King George V Field in St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. On the field right now, Team Newfoundland and Labrador in the maroon and Nova Scotia in white. We have a tie game, 1-1.
Here's the flag is up. She was in an offside position, number 39, Crow. And she received that pass. Here's Foley. Over to Woodford. Back to Foley. Hines looking for it. Back to Foley. Foley looking to put it down the right side, but that goes out of bounds. Cosgrove will throw that in. Foul on the play. Newfoundland Labrador decide on the short pass.
Regan Mahoney trying to go it alone through traffic.
Lewis puts it outside.
Bethany Hines.
Burrell is down on the ground. Baker. Wilton, the goal scorer, was looking for Crow. Crow trying to find her again, but that went out of bounds.
And Wilton, of course, was one of the goal scorers
From
in yesterday's
yes,
Nova Scotia
yes, she
game.
was.
And Crow was the other. So
Yep.
Names you're going to probably hear a lot of this weekend.
Yes. There's Woodworth doing a little dipsy doodle. Puts it in the center of the field for Lewis and Nova Scotia. Lewis out to Burrell. Burrell loses it to Lewis.
Nova Scotia with a throw in to Haley Baker.
Another throw in now for Newfoundland Labrador. Here's Edwards again. Burrell. Another throw in for Newfoundland Labrador. Burrell gets the ball into play. No, flags up, out of bounds.
We got someone else warming up over there in the Newfoundland and Labrador sidelines.
Martin puts it down the corner for Lewis. Lewis being watched by Burrell. Goal kick. Burrell got a bit of space. Looking down that right side. Woodford back to Stringer. .33.5 minutes gone in the first half. 1-1 tie.
2 goals so far in the game, coming 4 minutes in from Alex Murphy of Newfoundland and Labrador. Alison Wilton of Nova Scotia with an equalizer at 25 minutes. And other than Newfoundland and Labrador coming out incredibly strong at the very beginning, very dominant, balance of play has been for Nova Scotia.
Yep.
More recently.
Cox clears that out. Here's Hines. Still with the ball on her foot. Into Martin. Martin outside the Cox. Hickey comes back for it. Jenkins. Back to Foley. Foley over to Woodford. Jenkins. Foley.
Newfoundland and Labrador moving the ball around, but not making a whole lot of progress up the field with it. Reset again now.
Yeah, Nova Scotia seems to have him hemmed in well. They're doing their man-on-man mark. No real options. Here's Crow. Cosgrove.
Kate Hickey coming out of the game right now.
.35 minutes gone. 10 more to go, a little less than 10 to go in the first half.
And I want to say that's Alex Murphy coming back in, but I'm going to
Nope.
wait till she spins around. No, it's not.
Oh, that's Murray. Number 5.
Emma Murray.
Yep.
Okay. And Murray is one of 6 18-year-olds on the Newfoundland and Labrador team. 7 18-year-olds, I should say.
Can't believe they're all getting so old. They're my daughter's age. Time flies. Here's Hines. Opens up, looking downfield, looking for Lewis. Burrell intercepts that. Burrell on the run. Still with the ball on her foot. Still going. Jumps to the 18. Wilton. Back to McIntosh. McIntosh put it through. Looking for Lewis. Good effort. Stringer comes up, comes in, out and gathers that. Woodworth into Lewis. No, tried to set Crow free. Tried to set the Crow free. But the defense held up there for Newfoundland Labrador. Still 1-1.
Olivia Crow showed yesterday that she can certainly find the back of the net,
Oh,
so
yes.
Newfoundland and Labrador are going to want to mark her pretty closely.
Edwards going down the left side for Lewis.
Sarah Lewis away.
Foul on the play.
So Kristen Jenkins coming up to take the corner kick for
Yep.
Newfoundland and Labrador.
See if Newfoundland Labrador can take advantage. And all, I keep saying it, but these are the opportunities that are presented during a game. You don't get too many of them. It's
And,
almost like a corner kick. So you got to, way too much on that. That was a missed opportunity there. Like I said, lay it right in the middle where all the people are, and let them battle it out. Get a deflection here, or a handball there. You never know what may happen.
And with few exceptions, both teams had loaded up the box that time.
Yes.
There's only not even a handful of players that were not in that 18.
There's Burrell, still with possession though, doing a little dipsy doodling with the ball. Keenest coming back for that is, I didn't get the number. Oh, that was Lewis. Murray loses possession. Here's Crow. As we said, she can take that shot. She gets it away, but it's well wide. Past the 40-minute mark now of the first half.
Looks like Nova Scotia's getting ready to send in a few players.
They'll as they say, they'll probably make wholesale changes at the half.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Mahoney. Going down the right side, looking for Lewis. Nice ball. No, looking for Edwards. Edwards coming from the back position. Throw in, Newfoundland Labrador. Ball's crossed. There it is. Nope, clear it out. It's going to be a throw in for Newfoundland Labrador. Well played by Keenest. She saved the corner. Lewis with the ball on her foot, trying to get away from Burrell. They've made some, two of them have had some great battles down there in that left side over the first half. 2.5 to go, and 2.5 minutes to go in the first 45. Here's Adams. Might have been a mistake. Nova Scotia was lucky there.
So a throw in for Newfoundland and Labrador here.
There's Martin trying to get inside. Another throw in for NL.
Keely Cox will take that one again.
Hines puts it outside to Edwards. Can she chase it down? Yes, she does, but she puts herself out of the play. McIntosh puts it through the middle, but no one there. Out of bounds for a throw-in.
Emma Murray just too late getting to that ball.
Yep. Too much behind it.
So Hannah Lewis of Nova Scotia now. And
We're
a
into
Nova
the
Scotia
last minute
throw
of
in.
play, Colleen, of the first half. 1-1 tie. There's Lewis. All hands are back for Newfoundland Labrador. Intercepted by Burrell. Baker. Woodworth. Woodworth still. Block shot. Wilton. Nova Scotia is buzzing around. Cleared out by Woodford. Here's Mahoney. She has two on her back. And here's Hines. Here's Hines. Still has it on her foot. Foley. Into Emma Murray.
Nova Scotia back in control. Try and advance the ball. Olivia Crow comes back.
So we have the 45 of regulation played. Now we're into extra time. Injury. There wasn't any injuries, was there?
There wasn't a
Just
lot of stoppage time.
No. And there it is. There's the whistle to end the first half of a very entertaining first half between Team Nova Scotia and Team Newfoundland Labrador. 1-1 tie, as I said. Colleen, what were the highlights?
Really, Newfoundland and Labrador came out so strong. That quick goal by Alex Murphy at 4 minutes could have and should have set the tone, and it did for a little while, but following that, Nova Scotia regrouped and has really been pressuring the Newfoundland and Labrador girls. Nova Scotia, Allison Wilton with a goal at 25 minutes, and
And there we are, 1-1 tie. And so it should be a very interesting second half now, because now with the bit of breeze that is there, I'll keep talking about the wind because it is a factor. The Nova Scotia team will have that advantage in the second half. We'll see what they do with it and see what Newfoundland's strategy is going against the wind. So we'll take a break for halftime. You're watching Bella Line TV 1, bringing you the webcast for the 2018 Under-18 Atlantic Showcase. My name is Ian Chater, Colleen McConnell, cameraman Daryl Redmond. We'll be back in around 10 minutes time for second half action. Talk to you soon.
wanders off the beaten path. And then there's this place, Newfoundland and Labrador.
Hey, go on! Go on! Mind your own business!
The antenna is holding, sir. Yes, bravo. Oh, there. Yes, indeed. This is going to make your world a lot different than the one I grew up in. You know where England is?
Sure, it's over there.
And over there is where that sound is coming from. Right, Mr. Marconi?
Through the air, across the ocean. The first time ever.
Roger 8 plus 34 and 9 plus 09.
There's nothing faster than light. Fiber optic uses light to deliver the internet. It's the fastest internet technology. So you can share, learn, stream, or do whatever you want at the speed of light. And only Bell brings fiber optic internet right to your home.
You know, when I was a kid, wherever we went by pedal bike. Just imagine pedaling your bike every day, going to Carpoon to Lancer Meadows. We've been all over the place here. We went in every nook and cranny and climbed across the roof and hung on the beam. You know what young fellas are like. When this is here, you come and explore. My character is Ragnar, and my role is a blacksmith. Talk about where the Vikings got their iron and smelt it down and turn it into nails. The Vikings. Yeah, I think they're still here.
Senor Caboto! On deck, sir. You won't believe your eyes.
Captain! Over here! You must see this!
Look at the captain down there.
I've never seen anything like it in my life! There!
Amazing. So
Codfish, so thick they stayed the progress of our ship. Your fleets will have no further need of Iceland. Fish is enough to feed this kingdom, oh sire, until the end of time.
There's nothing faster than light. Fiber optic uses light to deliver the internet. It's the fastest internet technology. So you can share, learn, stream, or do whatever you want at the speed of light. And only Bell brings fiber optic internet right to your home.
is in the Edmonton Arena. Everyone is feeling the pressure on the Grabs as they await the American champs. Here's the Cleveland favorite Knits now, and boy, do they look impressive.
Look at their uniforms. I bet you could sure run in smart shorts like those.
Not that. Look, world champs, my eye.
Grads, we don't play for glory. We play the game for the game's sake. So tonight, you're going to earn that title by playing your game. Teamwork, passing. Let's show them what it means to play the Grads.
The Edmonton Grads were champions for 25 years. The record of 502 wins and only 20 losses is unmatched in all of sport.
Hey, go on! Go on! Mind your own business!
The antenna is holding, sir. Yes. Bravo. Oh, look there. Yes, indeed. This is going to make your world a lot different than the one I grew up in. You know where England is?
Sure, it's over there.
And over there is where that sound is coming from. Right, Mr. Marconi?
Through the air, across the ocean. The first time ever.
Roger, 8 plus 34 and 9 plus 09.
Senor Caboto! On deck, sir. You won't believe your eyes.
Captain! Over here! You must see this!
Look, Captain, down there. I've never seen anything like it in my life. Amazing. So many. Codfish, so thick they stayed the progress of our ship. Your fleets will have no further need of Iceland. Fishes enough to feed this kingdom, oh sire, until the end of time.
There's nothing faster than light. Fiber optic uses light to deliver the internet. It's the fastest internet technology. So you can share, learn, stream, or do whatever you want at the speed of light. And only Bell brings fiber optic internet right to your home.
Welcome back for second half action of the match here between the girls Newfoundland and Labrador team and the girls Nova Scotia team. And here's a shot right off the top for Nova Scotia from Lewis. And that Stringer had to be on her toes then to put that out of bounds. We got a 1-1 tie going on here, both after the first half. So my name is Ian Shader, along with Colleen McConnell and cameraman Daryl Redmond. Like I said, you're watching the Atlantic Showcase here. This is game 3 of day 2. Second match for both these teams. Both were victorious yesterday in their first matches. So settle back now, watch and listen and watch the second half as we bring it to you. What do you think, Colleen? What are we trying to predict here for the second half? What do you think is going to happen? What's your prognosis? What's your crystal ball saying? Oh, whoa!
My crystal ball is predicting a little bit of choppy waters for Newfoundland and Labrador right now.
Well,
Nova
especially
Scotia,
in the first what is it? We're not even a minute and a half in. There's already been 2 huge opportunities.
Yeah, Nova Scotia coming out really strong. I think if I were Coach Scott Edwards, I would have been encouraging his team to reset and go back to the beginning of the game when they were the ones coming out strong. And, certainly they've tweaked their lineup a little bit to reflect that. Still some of their stalwarts there. I notice Alex Murphy, the goal scorer in the first half, is back in the field. Haven't really had time to fully assess the Nova Scotia
I am getting tired
changes.
of talking about the wind, but it is a factor here, and it will be a little bit of an advantage for Nova Scotia now in the second half. But Newfoundland Labrador has to step up to the challenge, and we've seen lots of goals scored in the first couple of games today with teams going against the wind.
That's right.
So it's not like it's an impossible thing or anything. It's just when you got the wind at your back, it's a lot easier in a lot of respects to play.
Well, it's a little bit more unpredictable for the keeper
Yes.
too, right? Because you don't really know what it's going to do. See some pressure there now from Alex Murphy. Anna Edwards moving the ball up the field there with Sarah Wicks. Sarah Lewis. Sarah Wicks is a goalkeeper. I keep forgetting.
Yes, that's right. That's not Stringer still in the net?
It is Stringer still in the net. Yeah, I think so.
It's the keepers that throw me off because a lot of the teams have been putting one keeper in for the first half and one for the second, but not everyone's been doing it, so.
I was like writing my first exam and you guys were like in Florida and I was like, sounds about right.
All right, here's the corner for Jenkins, getting the ball across. There it is in front. And it's on the ground, foul on the play.
That
Yep,
shot was nicely
so Ashley
placed.
Stringer is still in the net, number 1. And number 1 in the net that's Devin Boyd in the net.
Bode.
What did I say?
Boyd.
Yeah. It's the Newfoundlander in me. All right. Out of bounds, throw in for Nova Scotia. Number 52, Burrell, throw it in. Gets it into Baker. Keenest. Number 18 is new to the game for Nova Scotia.
That's Kaylee Strickland.
Yep. Number 7 for Nova Scotia is also new to the game. That's Claire Langiel.
And I think number 5, Haley Baker, was she there?
No,
in
she
the
was
first
already
half?
there.
Okay.
Number 62, Madeline Blinn, up front, is new to the game for Nova Scotia. And if any other ones pop, as I see their numbers. So we still got
Carly Burrell in on the play again.
Yeah, she's and then
Name we've been saying a lot today.
Yep. And a lot yesterday. And Daniela Kidston, number 11 on Nova Scotia, is also subbed in during halftime. And number 36, Curran Layden, is also new on the pitch for the second half for Nova Scotia. I think I got them all. Welcome them all to the game. All right, here's Woodford outside to Edwards. Hines. Ball still in play. Nice move by, wow, nice move by Lewis. She got dumped on the play though.
And I saw Sarah's parents there. A lot of the Newfoundland and Labrador parents are around today watching the games.
No doubt. You know you're going to be out for this in your home province. You wouldn't miss it. It's Keely Cox down the right side looking for Hickey. Hickey turns. Want to give a little bit of a shout out too to Danielle Doherty on Team Newfoundland Labrador. She plays up at our association, but she can't play the tournament. She has a concussion. Very disappointed after training all winter. She got it in an exhibition game leading up to this tournament. Like I said, it's nice to have the turf, but the turf is hard when you fall on it.
That's,
right?
Yeah, that's very true. Very, very true. The silver lining, I guess, if there is one for Danielle, is that she still has another year to go before she's eligible to play varsity. So more opportunities ahead for her to shine.
And she is playing senior ball this year for CBS Kirby.
And as are a number of the Newfoundland and Labrador girls on the field playing in the Jubilee Trophy. We mentioned in the first half the players from Newfoundland and Labrador that have already committed to play for MUN. Those are Kate Hickey, number 9, and Kristen Jenkins, number 17. And Coach Mike Power, of course, has been around all weekend.
And he's here now.
And Laura Breen, the assistant coach, is here. So I'm sure they're not only checking out their committed prospects, but looking at other prospects. And, you know, what a great job they've done over the years in terms of, you know, having a lot of Newfoundlanders and Labradorians play for Memorial University right here at home. Great sense of pride, and they've been hugely successful.
Yes, they have. Here goes Murphy down the left side.
Alex Murphy there, yeah.
See if she can get some numbers in the box. Nice move.
Sarah Lewis with her.
Top of the bottom. Lewis might get the shot off. No, and that's cleared out of harm's way. Burrell puts it down the left side, or sorry, the right side here. Blinn and Woodford battling in there. Throw in for Newfoundland Labrador. Edwards down the line. Burrell steps in. That's what I like in a player. You don't wait for the other player to get the ball and then you go get it. You go get it first. She plays a very, very strong game, number 52 for Nova Scotia. Here's Murphy again, being run down there by Keenest. Cleared away by Baker.
Not as many red shirts up with her as I'd like to see, though, Ian.
No,
they really want to see them fill in the box and giving her lots of options.
Up and down, up and down, up and down. Stringer trying to get the ball across. She got a corner out of it, though. Stringer, sorry. Lewis, my apologies.
So Kristen Jenkins will come up and take the corner again for Newfoundland and Labrador. She does most, if not all of them.
They're sending Woodford in. She's a tall player. Makes sense. Need lots of movement in that box there now. Here it is. Cross. Ball's cleared out though. Running that down is Hines. Throw in, Newfoundland Labrador. Keely Cox, number 2, will throw it in. 1-1 after 56 minutes of play. Newfoundland Labrador got a little bit more zip in their game right now. Showing a little more energy. Nova Scotia breaks out. That's broken up by Edwards. Here's Keenest. That's their general on the back line. To Burrell. Here's Murphy again, all by herself though. All by herself. She's gonna make a run though. She's gonna make that run. She's gonna cut in. Nobody up with her though. Murphy versus 3 and 4 players, not easy.
Mallory Martin now. Back down to Keely Cox, who's moving it up.
There's Baker. Baker going to take the shot from far out.
On target.
Yeah, on target, and well done by Stringer to get that out of the way.
And a good move by Baker to make that call from far out.
Win at the back.
And not a lot between her and the goalie at that stage.
No.
Once she popped it over people's heads.
Here's Langeal. Here's the cross. Going to be a shot from far out. Offside position. Going to go with the short pass. Jenkins gets it. In the Hines. Hines battling for it. Back to Jenkins. Foul on the play there. Number 11 came in pretty hard there. Daniela Kidston. Dumped Jenkins to the turf.
Yeah, I don't know if you've been noticing, Ian, but Nova Scotia's really been marking Bethany Hines really tightly this game. Anytime she gets the ball, there's 2 or 3 people on her right away. She's a hugely effective player for Newfoundland and Labrador most of the time.
She was a little free flowing yesterday.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely. She was definitely calling.
She was doing what she wanted to do.
The center point yesterday for not as effective as she usually is today.
Good observation. And midfield is so important. They're the glue to keep the whole.
Yeah, no, and she was very much directing traffic yesterday. You know, she was taking her time and placing the ball where she wanted it to go.
All right, here's Stringer here's Murphy putting her through.
Offside. Yeah, offside.
Yeah. Everyone got right excited then. The right idea. Offsides though. Still 1-1. Here's Keenest. Coming back is number 62, Blinn.
And if you're just joining us, you are watching Newfoundland and Labrador versus Nova Scotia at the 2018 Under-18 Atlantic Showcase.
There's Burrell right up from her backline position. That's Baker again. So it looks like Nova Scotia is going to be taking shots from everywhere in the second half. Nova Scotia on the attack. Pushed it outside to Burrell. She's up from her backline position.
Ashley Stringer almost didn't get to scoop that one out. Well, she didn't get to scoop it out.
No, but it is a goal kick, though.
You see our boys and their coaches heading up for a quick little strategy session to get ready for their game now in 30 minutes or so.
Here's Woodford carrying it herself. Glad Jill got that ball right in the old bread basket. You think she's all right? Here's Murphy again. Nice ball through. Onside. Ball's to the top of the box. Here's Hickey looking for it. Rolls off her foot and cleared away by Nova Scotia. I was going to say, I was looking over, I said, what happened to all the bench of Nova Scotia? But they're all there warming up. Big old mutiny.
And of course, in at this particular tournament, they get 7 subs per half. Is that right?
Yes.
And unlimited at halftime, of course.
Because it is a showcase.
And it is an opportunity to get as many people some time as possible.
Yep. And we play 45-minute halves. Here's Wilton. That's too far ahead, though, for anybody. Easily brought under control by Stringer. Foley outside to Cox. Hickey into Murphy. Murphy into Martin. Martin looking down in the corner. Nice ball.
Offside again.
.63, almost 64 minutes gone in the second half.
Haley Baker coming off for Nova Scotia.
Coming back into the game is Woodworth. Here comes Strickland. Hickey tries to switch the ball, but we do have Newfoundland Labrador still has it under control. We're in possession. There's Cox. Here's Hickey. Looks like Nova Scotia is putting 2 players on every time anyone puts their foot on the ball. They're really doing a tight marking.
They've been doing a great job defensively.
Yeah. Here's Murphy. She's going to take her one-on-one. Nice
And
move
there's 2
there.
on her, at least 2. Over to Lewis.
Lewis trying to get that ball on her left foot. She did, but got blocked.
we'll have a corner for Newfoundland and Labrador coming up. Kristen Jenkins, of course, coming up to take that. And both teams are going to load up the box.
Oh, yes. Oh, and into the side of the net. You don't want to be wasting those opportunities. Makes a short pass to Strickland. Strickland looking downfield. Into Blinn. Blinn sends that way too far for anybody.
Woodford getting early pressure there from
Nice save.
Anderson.
Nice shot by Blinn. Stringer was there for the save. They're not going to do the short pass. Ball's over in the box. Ball's bouncing around.
Caitlin Woodward saves it. Burrell in trying to dig it out there.
Hines gets it out up to Murphy. Here's Strickland. Bringing it out for Nova Scotia. Into Blinn. There's Langeal. Into Woodworth. Foley cuts that off. Outside to Lewis.
Yeah, Lewis certainly working hard this game and every game.
Oh, she's in tough. There's a great matchup between Lewis and Burrell. First half, like I said, they've been together the full game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised now that the coaches for Newfoundland and Labrador haven't switched them off. Put Lewis over on the right side and put Hickey back over here, just to break it up a bit. Pressure. Well done by Hines. She's putting the ball through to Murphy. Ball's back out to center. Hines puts it right back in again. Strickland has it. Pass to Woodworth.
Nova Scotia doing a great job of being first to the ball, trying to cut down those passes.
Oh, so good. I was so impressed. Oh, man. You have one of the milkshakes? I did. I heard they were good.
Ball's up in the air.
I know that's a really weird combination. Like, I don't want to get a trial. Like, I'm
Newfoundland and Labrador trying to get something started here.
Here's the shot.
And in up over the goalie's head.
Similar to the goal that was scored against Newfoundland Labrador. Goalie's playing out. And the ball is just put that far enough over their heads so that it drops into the back of the net. 2-1 Newfoundland Labrador at the 70-minute mark. Kate Hickey. Don't forget.
I couldn't tell who it was. I was waiting
Yeah.
for you to say
No,
it.
sorry, Kate Hickey, yeah. Number 9. So.
And 70 minutes?
70, please, yeah.
Okay.
In the first half now, Newfoundland Labrador got the goal and they kind of slacked off a bit and let Nova Scotia take the game to them. We'll see now if they can keep the pressure on and keep the tempo going.
And Daniela Kidston from Nova Scotia with a burst of speed there, trying to run that ball down. Didn't quite get to it.
She got speed too. Keely Cox, the defender for Newfoundland Labrador, played it well to defend it and block it and let it roll off for a goal kick. Here she is again, going down the right side. As Cox back to Jenkins. Jenkins. All right, here's Nova Scotia back on the attack. Kate Hickey, the goal scorer just recently for Newfoundland Labrador, puts that try to look for Murphy downfield. That's intercepted by Strickland. That's broken up by Woodford. Lewis for Newfoundland Labrador. Edwards made a run. Needs to get back though. That's gone too far. Yes, and nice run, but that's where the wind plays against you when you have a substitution coming in for Nova Scotia. Oh, they're taking off Burrell, number 52. She had a fantastic game. I think the one that's the most happiest on the field is probably Sarah Lewis on Newfoundland Labrador.
Oh, I don't know. She's got fresh legs coming in
Yeah,
against
well, that's true
her now.
too. And she's giddy. So Bagwell.
But yeah, the two of them have certainly been battling it
Look who
out.
comes back in, but her Cosgrove, another really, really good defender.
Bit of a miscue by the Newfoundland defense there.
Yeah, they thought it went, she could have got that. She thought it went off Nova Scotia player. Our last game of the day coming up is going to be Team Nova Scotia for the boys against Team Newfoundland Labrador for the boys at 4 o'clock local time, which is 3:30 in the other maritime provinces, in most parts of Labrador. Here's Martin talking about Labrador. Good segue there, hey?
Awesome, Ian.
Pretty good.
You couldn't have planned it better.
No. Cute Labradorian. Here goes, here's Murphy trying to get around Strickland, or is that Keenest? That's Keenest. Keenest with the ball on her foot now. She played the full game for her Nova Scotia squad. I believe all of yesterday's as well. Here's Strickland. Blinn puts the ball down for
Langeal
Langeal.
is off, yeah.
Can she catch it? Yes, she does.
Kaylee Strickland tries to send it in.
Good heads-up play there by Lewis. Substitution for Newfoundland Labrador. Murphy's gone back out. Number 10. Coming in, I believe, will be better be number 6, Regan Mahoney. Here's Woodworth. Still with the ball in her foot. Jenkins tries to break that up. She's successful. Here's Mahoney outside to Hickey. Hickey turns it back in. Down the middle of the field.
Mahoney up there.
Wilton. Wilton still with the ball on her foot. Cosgrove. Here's Strickland. Nova Scotia on attack, looking for the equalizer. Miscue there by Foley. Turns it outside. Down the line. Hickey comes back. Martin puts it over half. Nova Scotia back in possession.
I have no idea what that is.
What is that? Well done there by Edwards, corralling that, getting it under control.
A lot of play in the middle of the field.
Yes,
for the
there is,
last
back
little
and
while
forth
on
there,
both
yeah.
sides.
We all get lulled right into not saying anything, right?
Neither team really getting any big opportunities here.
We all just watching the game. Like tennis. Here's Hines. Hickey's looking for it. She found him. Intercepted.
There goes.
Well done
Keely
by Cox. Nice run there. Broken up though. Strickland has played a great game in the back line there for Nova Scotia since she came into the game. Here's Martin. All over Lewis. Looks like it's probably going to be too far. Another substitution coming off is Hannah Lewis. Coming into the game. Number 53. Is that right?
58,
No.
Victoria Goffin.
58, sorry. Yeah, she wasn't feeling good yesterday. This is her first time into the game. She was scratched off the list yesterday. She wasn't feeling good. Cosgrove will take the throw in. Langeal. Cosgrove. They know time is ticking down. We're into the last 10 minutes of regulation time. Here's Martin. Back to Cox. Cox up to Hickey. And that's gone out of... Oh, must have been out of bounds. Nova Scotia down in the Newfoundland Labrador into the field. Woodworth gets it into Gofton. Here's Strickland looking for a shot, looking for that far corner. No problem there for Stringer.
Been a while since either of the goalies has really been tested.
No. Gotta be careful there, playing with the ball down in your own 18.
If I had to choose, I'd say Nova Scotia certainly seems hungrier right now.
Oh, they would be because they're the underdog right now. They're down by 1. Yep. Newfoundland Labrador got to be careful that they don't, like I said, getting this back in this defensive shell, and especially with the wind against them, you know, I mean, as a disadvantage.
Yeah, that's right.
You want to keep pushing forward, get that ball up that field and get it over that half line. The further away you are from your own net, the better.
So the scoring so far in this game, Newfoundland and Labrador leading 2-1 with 7 or 8 minutes of regulation time left. Goals by Alex Murphy at 4 minutes, Kate Hickey at 70 minutes, and on the Nova Scotia side, a goal by Ali Wilton at 25 minutes.
Hope everyone's enjoying this webcast brought to you by Bella Line TV1. It's going to roll off for a throw-in for Newfoundland Labrador. Coach Edwards must have heard me. They switched off the, they switched up the outside forwards. We got Kate Hickey over here now, and Lewis is over on the right-hand side.
Looks like Kate's about to come out of the game.
She's coming out, yeah. And
I'm going to say probably Emma Murray coming back in. And here's some of the Newfoundland fans.
no, that's Hafey
Emma Hafey.
for her first action of the day. Am I right? That's Emma, right? Yes, it is. Couldn't see the number. Had to look at the face. Nova Scotia turns it right around, come right back in again, back on the attack. You know you're in the defensive mode when all your forwards are back as well. Jenkins is going to come off now as well. Coming in the game is McCarthy. Hannah, number 14. Be careful. 5 minutes left in regulation. Newfoundland Labrador 2, Nova Scotia 1.
And even though there have been a few battles, Ian, by and large, it's been a pretty clean game.
Oh, no. I think it's been an awesome game back and forth. No doubt about it. Very entertaining. I'm impressed by the skill level. Lots of good sportsmanship. No one being chippy, and no, I think it's a great game. Here's Strickland down the right side, trying to get that ball into the box. She does. Here's Hines, trying to clear it out. Finds Mahoney, well done. Knocked that off Cosgrove's foot for a throw-in for Newfoundland Labrador.
So coming up shortly after this game, we'll have the under-18 boys game, Newfoundland and Labrador and Nova Scotia again, same as this game with the girls' side. Right now, Newfoundland and Labrador with a 2-1 lead. About 5 minutes left in regulation time. 4 minutes left in regulation time.
Oh, well done by Hines. Cosgrove still on the ball. She's on the attack. There's McCarthy.
Hines has been more of a presence in the last 10 or 15 minutes than she was for a lot of the game. She's been pretty much swamped every time she's got near the ball, but she's managed to find her stride and break free.
There's Hayfeed. Into Mahoney. Foul on the play.
And we've got another sub coming in.
Yes, we do. Now I think this is Murray. Referee's not looking.
Not looking or not in the mood to accept a sub at this stage of the
So
game.
here he goes.
Nope, here we go.
Coming out is Mahoney. I think.
She seems to be, yeah. Okay. What do they win if they put it in the booth, Ian? That one was pretty close.
Orgada's coming up. Here's Murray. Off the side of her foot. Here's Lewis trying to get it under control. Loses it for the touch. Throw in. Goal kick. 1.5 minutes to go in regulation, plus whatever stoppage time the referee wants to add on.
I wouldn't think there should be a whole lot.
Which might be 20 or 30 minutes.
At least. I don't think so.
Ball is out on the Lewis's foot. Here's McCarthy. Up to Martin. Martin's going to look down the corner. Nice ball to Lewis. Taking chase is Layden. As a throw in for Newfoundland Labrador.
Keely Cox coming up to take that by the look of it. Taking her time to eat up a couple of extra seconds.
It's all about time management. That's what life is like, isn't it? Here's Newfoundland Labrador again with the throw in the Lewis. There it is. That's 90 minutes right there. Regulation time. Now we're into stoppage. 2-1 Newfoundland Labrador. Goal kick. They know they're down to the last couple of strokes now. Nova Scotia On to Hurry. Picking it up is Keenest. Strickland.
A little miscue there.
Here's Keenest again. Trying to find someone through the middle. They almost got him.
Good job by Ashley Stringer. Good read on that one. Victoria Gofton had gotten away from her defenders.
That's the ones you got to watch, right? That funny bounce, that you misjudge it. It goes over your head, the defender's head, and you're back on. Then you got to turn while the forward is now in full flight. Not much left in this.
It's a tough mid-air collision there between the two.
Woodford was not called on the foul because she had the position to go up for the head.
Yeah.
The other girl came in and hit her from below.
Yeah, that was Madeline Blinn was the other player there who was involved in
sportsmanship.
That collision. Yeah.
She knows. The coach is on the Nova Scotia team now.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it is. You know what I mean? Not every foul that looks like a foul is... The person that hits the ground is not always the one that...
Not always the victim?
Yep, the victim. There you go. Foul on the play.
Can't see him allowing a whole lot of more time in this game.
There you go.
So Newfoundland and Labrador with a 2-1 win over Nova Scotia. Both of these teams went into the game with 1-1 records. Newfoundland and Labrador now with a 2-1.
2-0. Yep, 2-0. They'll have their game tomorrow now against Prince Edward Island.
Yep. And a 2-1 win over Nova Scotia. So the goal scorers for Newfoundland and Labrador were Alex Murphy and Kate Hickey. And the goal scorer for Nova Scotia was Ali Wilton.
Well played game by both teams. Great game to commentate, great game to watch. I enjoyed it very much. I'm sure you did as well. We look forward to tomorrow now for both these teams playing again. Nova Scotia will be playing New Brunswick. Newfoundland will be playing PEI. We're going to come up next now. We're going to have the boys side of the match between Nova Scotia and Newfoundland Labrador. That'll be coming up at 4 o'clock local time. And yeah, that's it. What a great game. I really enjoyed it. Thank you very much, Colleen. Thank you very much on the camera there, Daryl. My name is Ian Chater. You've been watching Bella Line TV1 and the webcast of the 2018 Under-18 Atlantic Showcase. We'll sign off here for now. We'll see you back here very shortly for Team Nova Scotia versus Team NL on the boys' side. 4 o'clock local time. Talk to you soon. Signing off.